Welcome to part 2. I'll start off by explaining types of safaris. There are many types of safaris you can consider. One type is a balloon safari. You can spend the morning ballooning over the plains, getting a bird's eye view of the animals and the game below. It's a spectacular way to start the morning. After approximately 1 hour aloft, the balloon lands while a breakfast is being prepared for us nearby. The smell of bacon, sausages and egg drift on the breeze as we sample exotic Kenyan fruits and homemade pastries, and if you wish, a glass of bubbly to toast our flight. A tradition originally instigated by the Monte Golfer brothers from France. Excuse my pronunciation. Another thing you might want to consider on a safari is the Great Wildebeest Migration. Every May to June, and it probably goes a bit longer than this really, millions, and I mean millions, of wildebeest head north from the Serengeti plains into Kenya's Masai Mara. The sight of the wildebeest in mass is amazing. It's really a sight to witness in real life. And you must see them crossing the famous Mara River, close to the Kenyan and Tanzania border. That's when they have a great big fight with the local crocodiles. It's truly spectacular, and you've probably seen it on many television shows. When I was on safari, I heard many stories, and here's some stories that I heard in person. When talking about swimming, a Masai warrior told me that he would rather face a lion with a small knife rather than swim in water, which I thought was a bit strange. I was also challenged many times to running races by quite a few Kenyan men, knowing that they could beat me. However, when I suggested to a swimming race first, they quickly backed down, as they knew that they couldn't swim. So if you ever get asked for a running race, reply with that answer and you'll do well. The accommodation in the game parks themselves is really wide and varied. You go from tents right through to luxury 5-star resorts. You can stay at one location as your base, or you can go to more than one, just so you can get a feel of some different resorts. The resorts are fenced to keep off the animals, and listening to the hyenas at night is a little unnerving, but still makes it fun. You still know you're safe. Here's some different safaris. The Serengeti in Tanzania. This is the most famous site that we normally see in videos documenting the annual migration of the animals to find fresher grounds. In fact, the event is duly ranked as one of the most wonderful occurrences in the world. Endless grassland filled with wild animals evoking the spirit of survival and wildlife. It's a fantastic place for a true safari. The Kruger National Park in South Africa. For superb accommodation and sheer delight of seeing a huge amount of animals, plants and bird species, this park seems to be one of the perfect places that offers thrills and safaris that Africa may present. This is due to the reason that the park shelters a diverse ecosystems that allow different species to coexist within a single location. Also, the YouTube video Battle at Kruger has had over 67 million views. Wow. The Selinda Reserve in Botswana. This haven is less popular amongst novice safari travellers, and it's still the top choice of seasoned travellers who seem to return to the place over and over again. The high standard of accommodation and high concentration of species draws them towards this reserve. For a safari with less tourists, Selinda may be your destination. The South Luangwa Park in Zambia. This is one of Africa's best kept secrets. It's due to the flowing Luangwa River, which is the lifeblood of the park. The peak travel season is May through to October. May to August is still fairly cool and dry, and the park is well and truly off the beaten track. It's not easy getting there, but very much worth the trip for the trip lovers of African river life. And of course, Masai Mara, Kenya. Although there is a huge market for competition with other African countries, Kenya still assumes the top place in bringing in visitors from all around the world. Much of Kenya is usually deemed as safari, in which in turn made it famous. At Lake Bogoria, you can also see flamingos in their mass, as well as big cats, zebra, baboons and ostrich. So Kenya offers a few different parks and experiences. Another experience is the Man-Eaters of Tsavo. If you're a fan of the movie Ghost in the Darkness with Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer, you'll know it's based on true events. The Tsavo area is hot and dry, and it's located between Nairobi and Mombasa. The bridge is still standing where the real events happened. You will need an experienced guide with you if you wish to decide to visit the bridge and the events that took place in the Tsavo region, or visit Koisan Safaris and we can arrange that with you. When travelling in Eastern Africa, you will notice some basic Swahilli, and it's easy to pick up. You should know a lot of it from watching the movie The Lion King. For example, Simba, the major character, means lion. Rafiki, the baboon, is friend. Hakuna Matata, no worries, as you already know. Asante sana is thank you. Other words include jumbo, or hi, or habari gani, which is also another greeting, or kwaheri, which is goodbye. Aspundi is morning, and lala salama is good night, or I'm going to bed. Now, a very important word to remember in Swahili is tosha, which means enough, especially when you're visiting and over-generous hosts try to feed you too much food. As we said earlier, there are many types of safaris, such as on a safari you can combine a romantic tour, honeymoons, families, singles, budgets, beach tours, and gorilla tours, chimp tours, adventure tours, budget tours, luxury tours, trekking, and of course corporate tours, all of which Koisan Safaris can arrange. You can also combine safari with shark diving. It's a great combination to combine for those who want that extra bit of adventure. When in South Africa, we can arrange cave dive to see the great white sharks. And just as a last fact, did you know that hippos kill more people than any other African animal, including the lion, which is quite amazing. If you would like some more information about safaris or you wish to book a safari, please visit koisansafaris.com or some of our sister websites, which include Safari Africa, Kenya, Kenya Tour Travel, and safarisholidays.com. Or please join us on Facebook at facebook.com and /Koisan Safaris.